Reporting has revealed that the Department of Justice was prepared to get a search warrant and search raid Joe Biden's Delaware residence. Now, this is interesting by itself, and it's also interesting for what it means about the inaccuracy of the right-wing analysis on this whole ordeal. But let's take a look at this first.
Tonight, sources are telling CNN that the FBI's unprecedented search of President Biden's Delaware home followed very high-stakes talks between the Justice Department and Biden attorneys, and the department was prepared to seek a search warrant. CNN senior legal affairs correspondent Paula Reed is on the story for us right now. Paula, first of all, what are you learning about the high-stakes discussions between the U.S. Justice Department and Biden's attorneys?
Well, Wolf, as you noted, this was unprecedented. The FBI searching the home of a sitting president. Now, Biden's team has stressed that they were cooperating. They wanted this search to happen. But we've learned that federal investigators also were prepared to seek a warrant if they did not get consent to search the Wilmington property. Now, the Justice Department never had to raise that possibility in these discussions because they came to an agreement about how the FBI would be allowed to search the house. They were given access and allowed to search the entire premises. But look, the Justice Department is aware they need to treat this case the same way they treat the Trump probe. The facts of these cases at this point, they are very different. But as
we'll stop it there. But this is so fascinating because right when the Biden document story broke, immediately the right wing started screaming that the left wasn't going to care about it. They were going to try to cover it up. The DOJ was going to politically persecute Trump, but completely not touch Biden, and all these different things. And then the DOJ appointed a special counsel. They took it very seriously. They're investigating it. And that just flew in the face of the right-wing narrative. Now, they've continued with that narrative saying, why didn't they raid Biden? They raided Trump. You got to make it fair. And as we've talked about before this reporting even came out, the reason why they didn't raid Biden is because he gave voluntary access to his residence. Why would they need to raid a place that they already have full access to? That makes absolutely no sense at all. Trump was not allowing the National Archives first to get their hands on these documents. So then they turned it over to the FBI and they had to raid because he was obstructing the process. He was knowingly keeping these documents out of the hands of the people who were trying to get them. And so it always was a very incorrect bit of analysis, but now this reporting makes it even more so that the Department of Justice was perfectly ready, if necessary, to do exactly to Trump what they did to Biden. But Biden acted differently. That's the difference. When they say there's a double standard with the DOJ, there's not. There's just a difference with Trump and Biden. Biden should still be held accountable if any wrongdoing, is uncovered or proven, all that. Investigation should happen. But it's obvious that he is handling this so much more appropriately. He's not obstructing, and he's doing what you should do after the wrongdoing of having the documents, right? That is not what you should do. But after that, he's handled it as he should. And so the DOJ didn't have to get a search warrant involved in this process because they got access to where they would be getting the search warrant for. So there's absolutely no purpose for it. So really interesting here, and just another bit of proof that the DOJ isn't trying to go harder on Trump. Well, okay, let's say they're not trying to go harder on Trump just because he's Trump. They're having to be more severe with him because he obstructed, right? But they're being very correct in their actions, very appropriate in the way that they're approaching these two situations, now three with Mike Pence. And that is made very clear time and time again, especially with that reporting. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get the extra bonus show every single Saturday, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there's a link in the description.